Hi everyone, my name is Evgeniia, and in this video I'm gonna be talking about Dubai universities, but mainly Heriot-Watt University because that's where I study. I'm starting my final 4th year in a week, so I guess I'm pretty experienced already to be able to share some valuable insights. So if you're interested, then please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and let's start. I'm going to talk about two main areas where universities are located in Dubai, as well as the admissions process, clubs that are available for students, opportunities such as competitions and career opportunities, as well as housing options. So first, let's start talking about Dubai universities in general. So mainly there are two areas. One is called the Knowledge Park, that's where my university is located, so Heriot-Watt University, and also Murdish University and Middlesex universities and many other universities. This area is just very close to Palm Jumeirah, so it's right in front of it, and you're going to be able to see the Atlantis and stuff like that from your university campus. I mean, from my university campus, it's definitely visible. Then the second area is called Academic City. It's very far from the first area that I mentioned. It's very far from the Knowledge Park, and that's where there are many other universities like BITS, also Amity University, and many other universities. And that's where the accommodation is mainly located, so student dorms are available there, and I'm going to talk about that later in this video. Next, let's talk about the admissions process. So I'm going to be talking about Heriot-Watt University because that's my experience, but I'm sure it's more or less similar. Obviously, for UK universities, it's similar. For US, it might be different. For Australian universities, it's again different. But you can see all the information available on the website of the university that you are interested in. So just check it out, and I think it's self-explanatory. The admissions process for Heriot-Watt University was pretty simple. It of course depends on your educational system. So I am from Russia, but I studied for my IB diploma here in Russia. So I got my IB diploma and I got 41 points out of 45, which is why I was accepted to the second year of university and not to foundation or first year. So I'm currently going to my 4th year, and I only studied for 2 years before that. So I'm gonna finish my 4-year program in 3 years, which is kind of cool. And yeah, back to the admission process. So basically what I needed were my diploma and my IELTS certificate because I only had 2 years of English education, but obviously if you studied in English your entire life, I don't think you need IELTS. Of course you don't need IELTS. If you come from any other country or any other educational background, then just check the website and I'm sure you will have the requirements for you listed there. If you are from Russia, you can read my interview that I gave 2 years ago. Of course, a lot has changed, but the main things are still there. So just check it out in the description. And yeah, I think there are a lot of valuable insights that you can find in that interview. Overall, the admissions process was very easy. So I just submitted all of my documents, my certificates, my grades through the platform on the Heriot-Watt website, and basically the next day, literally, I was accepted, and yeah, I went to have a tour and I chose that university for my studies. Regarding the subjects that are available, I personally study business and finance, and I'm going to my 4th year, as I mentioned already, but just for you, I'm gonna open the website and see which subjects we have available. So, some of the undergraduate courses that we have are architectural engineering, architecture, business administration, business and finance, chemical engineering, civil engineering, communication design, computer science, and so on. Computer systems, fashion, branding and promotion, interior architecture and design, marketing, international business management, mechanical engineering, psychology, psychology and marketing, psychology and web management, real estate management and finance, robotics, and statistical data science. Those are not all the courses. So as you can see, there are many options that you could choose from, and also we have master's and PhD. So I think if you need a different level of education, not something that's bachelor's, you can still find it there. Now let me talk about the structure of our semesters. Our academic year is divided into 2 semesters. One is from September till December, and then the second one is from January to May, and we usually have 12 weeks of studying, which includes the 6th week that has no lectures. It's like a reading week where we can go over all of the topics that we've covered. We can have some time for our courseworks. So instead of like 12 full weeks of lectures, we only have 11, and then we have like 2 weeks of exams. Then we have a winter break, and then the second semester. Then we have the summer break, and then again. Regarding the timetables, we usually have 4 subjects per semester, unless it's your final year when you have your dissertation, which is gonna be my case this year. Then you have 3 subjects and a dissertation per semester. So per subject, we usually have 1 lecture, which is a 2-hour lecture, and 1 tutorial that lasts 1 hour. Lectures are when professors give you lectures on the subject, and the tutorial is when we practice exam style questions, or yeah, that's basically practice. Depending on your course, so like your area of study, you will or will not be able to tweak your timetable a little bit. So as far as I know, people who study computer science are not able to change their like timetable, but people who study business and finance or like business administration, we do have some room for flexibility, because we have lectures that are like set and we cannot change the timing. But for tutorials, since there are many people who study business, we are divided into groups, and we ourselves choose our slots for tutorials. So how it works is when the sign-ups are open, you have to go and choose your tutorial. If you don't do it fast, you will not be able to choose the slot that you like. You also have some flexibility in terms of the subjects that you can choose. So for example, mainly there are some subjects that are mandatory, and then some are optional courses. So for example, if I have a business and finance program, then I have some courses that are more like marketing or management or HR and stuff like that, and there are other courses that are like more into finance and like mergers and acquisitions, everything like that. So I'm more inclined to take marketing courses because I'm already working as a brand strategist, so I like that part of my program more, and I feel like it's gonna benefit me more. So that's what I'm gonna do. Now, regarding the student clubs, we do have many of them. For example, sports clubs like basketball and football and tennis. I was a part of the tennis team when I first came to university. Unfortunately, we don't have any like facilities ourselves, so we don't have that at our university, but the uni rents the facilities somewhere else. So for example, if I'm not mistaken, like in the first year we had 2-hour tennis sessions once a week, and they were at some other venue, like just a random school in Dubai, and our university would give us like a free venue to train at every single week. And that, I believe, happens with all the other sports clubs. We also have like a dance club or music club, so all the general clubs. I'm not aware of all of them, but we do have a lot. And we even have something like actuarial club or math or like robotics. So we have like a welcome week before every semester where you can get to know which clubs exist, and also, by the way, you can create your own club. I know that there was like a student who created a law club, which is kind of exciting, and if I got it right, then you could even take an LSAT for the US universities if you were a member of that club, which is kind of crazy, honestly, because the person who created the club was like 18 at the time. So if you have something in mind, you can pretty much turn it into reality. And then regarding the competitions, so I mentioned that we do have a lot of opportunities when it comes to like competitions, both local and international. I myself took part in a pretty cool competition called CFA Research Challenge, and if you're familiar with the CFA examination, then you might understand what it's all about. So basically, it's a competition for students who would like to build a career in finance, and at that time I was very interested in that. So basically, there are teams at universities across the world that are competing against each other. First, they're competing against university teams in their country, then in their region, and then globally. So I was a part of our team, and there were 5 of us, and we won the challenge in the UAE. So I guess if you are interested in something and a university does offer you some options, then definitely go ahead and like do your best, because that's gonna pay off. Now let's talk about career opportunities. What I can definitely say is, after living in Dubai for 2 years, I can see that Heriot-Watt is considered a very, like good and trustworthy university, and employers do want to hire people who studied there. That's coming from my personal experience as well as from experience of my friends. And regarding the internships, I think many people looking to find the university are thinking about like, am I gonna be able to find an internship? And yes, you are, but obviously you have to do something yourself for it. Like, university does not offer you any internships and does not give you like an offer letter. What university does is it helps you with 2 things mainly. It's writing your CV. So we have a department, like a career department, that helps you to create a good CV. It's available every single day, so like you can come to our career department at the ground floor, and as far as I understand, and I've done that, you can come at any time basically, and the people who work there, they will help you to tweak your CV so it has more chances of getting you the internship that you want. And the second thing is that we have a career website and career fairs. So the university offers you options that you can choose from and you can apply to those positions, but no one guarantees you like an internship. But again, from my personal experience and the experience of my friends, it is possible to get an internship while being a student, and including a paid internship. So I have done 2 internships, both of them were paid, and the first one was during my first year of studies, which was like second year, as I mentioned before, but it was technically my first year of ever attending a university. And my internship was from November to February, so 4 months, and I was combining my studies and my internship, which was hard obviously, but it was super interesting and definitely worth it. So if you're wondering if you would have an option to do that, you would. It's just that you have to do something for it. Yeah, so my second internship was during the summer, which is more of a, normal thing to do, I would say, not combining your studies with an internship in the first year, but yeah, it is what it is. So yeah, obviously, when you graduate, you would be able to find a job with such a degree, and it of course depends mainly on you and your career path before that, before you graduate. I mean, if you have or have not done any internships, if you had any other like side projects, anything. So when people ask me like, am I gonna find a job? It depends on you. Like, obviously, if you have a degree from a recognized university, and Heriot-Watt is a recognized university, and it is a very good university. And if you have something that you've done before, then of course you're gonna be able to do that. So I hope this answers the question. And finally, the last thing I guess that I wanted to talk about, because people ask me a lot of questions on that on Instagram. By the way, you can find my Instagram in the description and you can follow me if you're interested. So that the last thing that I wanted to talk about is housing and like student accommodation, because it's very important, but unfortunately our university doesn't offer any housing. So you have to either rent an apartment. If you are an international student, you can either rent an apartment or you can find like a third-party accommodation provider. So in my first year I was living in the Myriad, which is in the academic city, which is the second venue that I mentioned in the very beginning of this video. You can find other student accommodations there, so it's not just the Myriad, but I lived there, and there was like a shuttle bus that was going back and forth between the accommodation and the universities, not just my university, but the Knowledge Park itself, where there are many universities. So people who go to Middlesex also went on the same bus. So it takes you 15 minutes to go there. So it's very time consuming, to be honest, but still it's an option. The bus is free because you pay for the accommodation, obviously. So there are like buildings for female students, buildings for male students, and you had like a gym, study areas, kitchens. So there were also single rooms available and like rooms for 2 people. So again, you can Google it, you can find the pictures, you can find the pricing. So yeah, I think this is it for this video. If you guys have any questions regarding the studying, universities, accommodation, any other questions, I think you can comment down below, and maybe if we have a lot of questions, I can do a part 2 of this. So thank you very much for watching this video and see you soon. Bye.